are welcome to the Bottom Line Liberia.
Yes, indeed, you are welcome to the Bottom Line Liberia. And today is the 5th of the first month of 2024. That's the 5th of January 2024. We are still in a brand new year. And this edition of the Bottom Line Liberia is going to be very interesting. So let me welcome my colleague, Paul the Lord Chilopre. Paul, welcome. Are you hearing me?
Loud and clear. How
Yes,
are
I
you,
see you
Linda?
seated in your well-decorated studio in the UK.
Yes, indeed. This wherever where you want to be during the winter time, it's good to be in your warm studio and relax and have your nice cup of coffee while you're having a conversation with your colleagues around the world. How are you?
I'm great, except that since the winter, um, this week today is Friday, so this week is the coldest we have read on the thermometer.
Mhm.
We're 27, 28 today. Early this morning it was 28. It dropped to 27 minus. So this is the coolest, but you know we hang in there. The numbers on the thermometer does not really matter, but the humidity in the air is what matters. It's very, very dry, brisket, such that when you're walking in the snow, you hear that brisket sound, like you're tearing people. So then, whenever you're in a cold country like the Scandinavia, okay, and you wake up in the morning, you look outside,
Yeah.
your your whole feeling will drop. So that's why we're in today. And the good thing is it's on the weekend. But again, a lot of people working on the weekend. Even me, I'm working on the weekend as well. So you see, we gotta go. But all is good. The New Year's moving fine. Everything seems to be on course. What about wet UK?
Well, I envy you a lot because 28 degrees. Yeah, you're going closer to. If you're talking about minus, then I'm really sorry for you, man. In the UK here, it's a 5 degree today. It's just been raining.
I know what you're talking
So
about, right? I know what you're
yeah,
talking about. I was in Southampton before. I know, and but again, this is the beauty of the winter because especially this time, Christmas season and New Year season, this is what we expect. So it doesn't come as a surprise. Since I've been living in Norway, the coldest I have read was 40, minus 41 for complete 2 days, where people even
mhm.
died. But that, according to people, old people, they said that thing will happen like once in every 100 years or so. So, but again, it's good if you wish to live in Scandinavia. That's the price you pay. So it's good. But Paul, tonight on our plate, we're going to have some interesting issues to talk about. The president, the newly elected president, he's being inducted though. But when I mean new, he's not been there for more than a year. Of the European Federation of Liberian Associations, EFLA, will be with us tonight. Uh, he'll be telling us the present status of EFLA, the future, and what his
Yep.
administration hopes to achieve. And then we'll also, as we do regularly on the show here, we'll be looking at some of the major news that are trending in the newspapers in Liberia, because not a lot of people will read newspapers because they don't have the time. It's much easier to hear probably when you're walking, you're talking and you hear people talking, but to sit and read papers, you must have some time. So we normally bring some of the major stories. People will say, oh no, but it can happen in Liberia. Why you want to talk about it in Europe? No. There are people in Liberia that listen to us, and people in Europe also that are not in Liberia, and they don't have access to the newspaper, so they listen to us as well. So we do our best to bring some of the major newspapers, our stories in the newspapers. So, Paul, anything else you thinking about that was trending this weekend or that you know about?
Oh, the thing is, just the I mean, for
And lower your
Liberia,
expectation. Lower your expectation. Get quality shot. Lower your
for
expectation.
like for Liberia, no, my expectation is high though because I'm looking forward to going back home. So for Liberia, I know there's the appointments that were made by the nominees that were made by the president has sparked a lot of unnecessary talk in Liberia. I think it's something to look at before we bring our guests in. And also the legislature, I know there was, how they call it, Stafford protesting for salary.
Right.
Yeah. But it is where it is. It's Liberia.
It is
so we
what
can
it
talk
is,
about
man.
it. Yeah.
Okay, so we take a quick interlude of music, and then while we're doing that, I want to welcome those of you that are logging on. I can see some of your names, but we know that we have a couple of people here. And just in case you just joining us the first time, we say welcome. This is the Bottom Line Liberia. My name is Linford Goa, and Paul the Lord Chilpe is there in the UK. Tonight, like we said, we're going to be bringing on the president of EFLA. For those of you who do not know what we call EFLA, is the European Federation of Liberian Associations. That is Liberians that are in Europe. They got a small groups, you know, in their small communities. But then all of them agree to come together under one big umbrella. So we call that EFLA. I always say Federation. So he will be on here tonight. He'll be telling us his dreams. What are some of the things that he's doing? Whether he's really enjoying that position or whether it's tough, he'll be telling us. It's not a paid position though. So let's take a quick musical break. Paul, I think you want us to do Takunje, right? As usual.
Yeah, I think Takunje, and then while we ask our viewers to share the show, it'd be good to do Takunje. So that intro, and then we can share the show and ask our viewers to share the show for those who following us. Welcome to the Bottom Line discussion tonight.
Good. Okay, so, here we go.
My people, where you at? Where you at? Wake up from your slumber, stop sleeping. Whip your hands, whip your hands, whip your hands, whip your. Come on, come on, come on. I know you're sleeping now. Y'all gotta wake up some more, yeah? Okay, let's go. The people fool us, the people lie to us, the government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they will knock the ball. I said we tired with their lies, we tired with their promises that led us to all our damages. We tired with their speech they preach indeed, and now unique they deceive us. The thing we saw, it frustrates us. So why did you lie? Why did you steal? Why did you allow the citizens to beat? You see, we just tell you that's why we voted you. But you fool us, you screw us, you use us and later on abuse us. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. The people fool us, the people lie to us, the government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they will knock the ball. No one to trust. My people don't want to hope on. Nobody. My hope that I have been broken. I'm telling you, brother. So where are the schools? Where are the roads? Where are the jobs that they say they could afford? But they're too selfish. The people tired with their rhetoric. People tired, they tired. You see the reason why we ask why the government betray. They have enough of time, but yeah, then instead they delay. People suffer. No work for people crying for hunger. Look at. Your vision and your mission, your intention to the nation, they poor. You got nothing to show. Nothing. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. They lie. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. They betray us so much. They lie. The people fool us, the people lie to us, The government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they go knock the borough.
With the promises that let us do all our damages. We tired with that speech they preach indeed, and now you need to deceive us. The thing we saw, it frustrate us. So why can't you lie? Why can't you steal? Why can't you allow the citizens to be? You see, we just tell you that why we vote tell you. But you fool us. You screw us, you use us and little on abuse us. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask.
Right. Yes, it's it.
Every time I listen to this music, there is something about it that is funny to me. The music suits all of the Liberian governments. I mean, all the governments have been coming to power. You can't move on from there and say, okay, they want we put it one side. All of them is same. You see that is seen 6 and 7, yeah. But that was
absolutely.
That was Takunji. Again, we want to say welcome to our viewers. We have those that I can see from my side. We have Douglas, Yakendo Taylor, my boy for a long time, and okay, in the first place, Douglas, congratulations. Since the election, we have not spoken. Congratulations. You told me that GMB was going to win, and it happened. Congratulations. And also, the Reverend Romeo Brown is also watching from Telemark, and our own brother Oliver Chia from the UK is watching. And for those of you whose names I can't see now, we like to say welcome. Please help us to share the show to your contacts. Paul?
Yeah, I also want to welcome John Green Jr. for watching. Shadida Brown Cholope also is watching. One of our regular viewers. Welcome to the Bottomland discussion. Yes. What's up, link for what's on the Monday for tonight?
Okay. The first thing is, it's getting interesting, right? We'll put the telephone number on later on. For those of you who want to call, you can call. But it's getting interesting. And we'll start this way. President Weah has 17 more days to get out of office. So it's roughly 2 weeks, 3 days. Then former VP and now president-elect and his VP, Jeremiah Kun, that's GMB and Jeremiah Kun, they are just, they're sitting in one chair, right? But they're getting us more. They on their toes now to move to the mansion. While we are is also parking. So I know where they will meet. Whether they will meet at the door, we are saying you can't enter. Why he coming out? I know I'm partying. But it's getting interesting. We are stay in power constitutionally, according to our constitution. We are staying in power. We can call him president even to the 11th. In fact, the 11:59 hours. 11 hours and 59 minutes. We can still call him president until he hits the clock, bam, 12 o'clock. Then we'll say, more president. But we are still exercising some muscles, political muscles. He has nominated Chief, what do you call him? Councillor Mensah Dean as what? As Associate Justice to replace Councillor Joseph Nangwe, who has been not too well for some time. He's in Ghana as we speak, according to information gatherer. And he's also sending his resignation, and President Weah accepted that resignation, and by right, that seat cannot be empty. So the president has subsequently nominated Councillor Mensah Dean. But then there are some issues surrounding that. So we'll be talking about that. But in the meantime, the race in the House for the House Speaker, as you know, the House Speaker was booted out in the going election. Who is he? Bofo Chimos, huh?
Absolutely.
He was booted out, so that vacancy is there. And his assistant, the person who was the Deputy House Speaker, like they say, when you vice president, you're very close to the presidency. So when the House Speaker left, the deputy said, step in his shoes right away. But then he cannot just go sit down automatically. They have to vote also. So there is another tough election that we call one Kugu Jumuku election inside election. Eh? So Fanatic Kofa wants to be the president, or the speaker of the House. And he comes from the now ruling, which will soon be defunct CDC. And CDC has a huge number of representatives, representatives and senators in both houses. So there are these rumors. People are saying, no, CDC is good at opposition, and then they were in power and the United Party booted them up. Then you make Fanatic Kofa, who is one of the staunch members of the CDC, you make him speaker, he will automatically block all of the legislative agenda for JMB and Jeremiah Kuhn. That means that government might not be able to even pass some bills. So that's a speculation, that's a fear. And in Liberia, they say where you see fire, where you see smoke, there must be fire. So Paul, what you think? Now, but we'll bring Fanatic Kofa, we'll show him. He is saying that, no, I will not do that. But just before we bring it on, Paul, what do you think? Let's preempt.
But Linford, this wouldn't surprise me if you dealing with Unity Party. You are dealing with a group of people that are good at bringing up unnecessary issue and will stick to it. Why am I saying this? Fanatic Kofa, you have over 50 plus representatives that are going to carry him. Now, Unity Party have somebody in mind, but that person, I don't think he's favored by the legislatures. So they created this scenario, which I think it is where it is, but Fanatic Kofa himself clarified that it's just a rumor. And that rumor started from the Unity Party because they want to have, the thing is, in the US and in Liberia, there's 3 branches of government. So if you have opposition there, you have the balance of power. Mm-hmm. If you give it the experiment at CDC, we have with CDC by giving them all the positions, you saw what happened. So if you have the president pro tem and the speaker from the opposition, I think then you have a balance of government because you will push things. It's like, remember, some people they sent to the house, they were giving them green light unnecessarily. But this time around, you have to they will critique you, then you go through. But so I think it's just a rumor, and I think Fanatic Kofa has said clarify that so you can show it.
Okay, let's bring it on. Bring it on. There you have it.
This is why he said that it's just a rumor, right?
Mm-hmm. I'll just paraphrase some of what he said. Fanatic Kofa has refuted claims that he would, not he will or he shall, but he would possibly. That's the means of possibility that it could be possible that he will obstruct or stand in the way of every legislative agenda, anything that the Bwaka Kun administration will want to pass in the House. Let's say they want to pass certain bills that will not go because of Fanatic Kofa. And he said, no, I will not do that. In fact, I have a good record. I'm just paraphrasing what he said in the front page newspaper. He said, I have a good record. Who is here? I have Fanatic Kofa. I served as President Salih's anti-corruption czar in this country. So I do not operate government, or I do not work in government on a divided line. I follow the agenda of the government. Now, I'm just paraphrasing, so don't say exactly, I'm not saying exactly what he said, but just an idea of what he said. Now, so he said, no, I will not stand in the way if I'm elected as the speaker. I will not stand in the way of any agenda that the Unity Party government will have to propose. I will not, because I've been working with the Unity Party people, in fact, before. Now, but Paul, you touched something. You said the United Party people, they are very good at, bringing out stories, some story. Now, let's go back to the time of our guest is nearby, he will be coming on soon. So let's go back to the time of the CPP. When they were supposed to use 3 processes to select the head of that ticket. One was supposed to be VPS, as the voters' perception survey, where they were supposed to go to voters randomly and ask who you think can be president. Then what the voters will say is what we're going to go by. Then the second process was supposed to be they were supposed to go to convention, and then where they had delegates representing all the candidates to see where they will lean to. Then they also were supposed to do consensus. That is the 4 people in the house or in their leadership or in the CPP at the time, the 4 leaders were supposed to go inside where nobody will be, even the 4 of them, they will agree to something. But United Party denied all of that. In fact, the other one, they preempted that Comey got plenty of money. So if they go to convention, Comey will use the money. They always let it go ahead of people. They let me and Paul cooking rice. Then the rest, we didn't start cooking and say, but Paul will eat all the rice. Paul can take MP, you take all the rice. They follow their fear factor. So they are saying that for they didn't go to election. They didn't know whether for Nadi cover on we or not. They say the man will stand in the way of.
Linford, you're right. The thing is, I wouldn't go through this because Fanatic Kofa seems to me that he'll win the election and he'll become the next speaker. Now, the fear factor is there. So, United Party have preempted that Liberia will be there the old days. So, if things going to be there the old days, you have the march one. Why are you afraid? Nobody will block you because in there they have United Partisans as also in a house, and then you have how they call it independent people in the house. So Fanatic Kofa alone cannot block. If something good for the country, why would he block it? It does not make sense. Unless you have something bad that you want to introduce, then they will block it. But so let's move on, man. This is it's Liberia. It's complete waste of time. Let's bring our guests on. Let's have a discussion about Europe. The Liberia thing is just
we'll bring it on our guests, but I want us to take the last one more last one here, and the 2 stories are related. The other one about Musa Dean. The president has also nominated Musa Dean, and the United Party people say, "Hey, that Musa Dean, why the president nominated, he not supposed to be there." And in fact, just before I finish, they for the converting. Now, the CDC. We made a mistake in the CDC government, right? Where the CDC had a speaker, they had the president pro tem. So we all saw what happened. So if we make similar mistake, and let United Party people, I'm not running a campaign here, but I'm just talking something because I'll not even be voting. But what I'm saying is that if the representatives make similar mistake and allow CDC to have, allow the United Party to have the speaker, and they have the president, they have the executive branch, and then they have the legislative branch. Then it will be going right back to the same scenario with the CDC government, something that we wanted to get rid of. So the other part here is that Musa Dean has been nominated by the president, Councillor Musa Dean, that is, let me address him properly. He has been nominated by the president. But United Party people again, the same thing, the same scenario. They say, oh, no, the president get a right to do that because he gets shut down in office. But Musa Dean, as a lawyer, is saying Article 54 of the Constitution gives the president the legal teeth. Again, I'm paraphrasing. It gives the president the legal teeth or the legal hammer to bang anything. The president can even say, you're executed mayor today if it is in the confines of our law to do it, even though you got shut down. So the United Party people say, no, the man will get less than 3 weeks, then what are you appointing people for? So Musa Dean said, no, the man said get power. So what do you think about that? Quickly, then we'll move on.
Okay, so Linford, we are is president until the 22nd of January, by 11:59. And then he'll pass the baton over to JMB. So if anything happened in Liberia today, the commander-in-chief of the armed forces of Liberia is somebody in Ville, but they would not say, let's wait for the 22nd before GMB Act. So we have all right until he leave. He can make the appointment. He left with the House to refuse those people, but nobody can say it's not his right. It's his legal right. As president, he have that mandate to appoint, nominate until he leave office. So it's constitutional. You can't change it. That's his right. So if they don't want Musa Ding and others, when they go for the nominee hearing, the senator have the right to say no or yes until we are leave. So this whole story, I don't know why they making big issue of it. He's still president. So if Liberia going to war today, somebody in Ville Liberia say, oh, let's wait on the 22nd, let GMB come before he take decision. It does not work like that. The Constitution clearly said that. Let's move on, brother.
Okay. The final thing, quickly, less than 1 minute with you here is the Senate staffers they were protesting recently. And it's because they were called to a special session and they were supposed to receive certain money as their, their benefits or whatever. But that money had not been paid. And then as time is moving on, we will soon be going out. So the president no, but they when we are go out and the new president can or the new government can, they say no, it's not all call back. So we can't say we're not responsible. So it generally the EFL people and the EFL wife then they say no, you're not all brother war, not do then brother war. So do not that we can't pay you. So you see, they were protesting. And I don't know why the United Party people are not jumping into this one and say no, your way can we pay you. I thought the United Party would have said something by now. Say the thing that they are in control of government now. But let's move forward. I don't know what you got something to say about that.
So isn't there the same staff that made a music? We are all they were mocking a job. We are so, and they expect him to pay them before he leave. And he only got
but what for him? No. That one I'll buy.
Listen now, listen. They work for, and you know some of the staff over there. They actually pay by the legislature, not the government. Some of them.
Yeah.
So it's those who already leaving refuse to pay them. You can look at it. So it comes from all sector, but the rest of the civil servants have not getting paid. So not only them.
Man, they say love yourself before anybody. So guys, that was it. Like we said, we'll be putting in the telephone number up, and you guys will be able to call. But we'll bring on our guest now. He's been patient in the back. He listened to everything we said. And so, Paul, you want to introduce the guest?
Yeah. Oh, no, you introduce the guest. So before you bring him on, we'll ask our viewer, for those who first time watching or yet they kindly press the like button and share the show. Yeah, please share the show. And then, yes, bring the guest on. Let her introduce him. Who is this person?
Okay, this person is a Liberian. He lives in Europe. In fact, he's my closest neighbor. He lives in Scandinavia as well. He lives in Sweden. And we've been long-time buddies, and we're still working together. Now, he is the president, the recent president that was elected for all the Liberian associations in Norway, in Europe here, like in Norway, Germany, Sweden, Denmark, all where you got Liberian people and they got small groups. These small groups will all come under one big group that we call EFLA. That's here EFLA. The E in this F is EFLA. The E is for European. The F is for Federation. The L is for Liberian. And the A is Association. So the president of the European Federation of Liberian Associations, Mr. Francis Monnoh Mensah, is our guest tonight. He will be telling us exactly what is cooking, what has been prepared, and what do we expect. I don't know whether he wants us to lower our expectation, but let's bring on the guest.
No, we should keep our expectation high because it has been said for Liberians, whoever been elected as president for any organization, the expectation ought to go high. Welcome to the bottom line, Francis.
So you are Mr. Francis.
Yeah, thank you, guys. What a hilarious way to open the show. It is indeed that you guys should lower your expectations because of the prevailing situations are I know, unfolding around the world, and particularly Europe. So, I expect you guys to to lower your expectation. But anyway, I want to thank you guys for giving me the opportunity to be here tonight, and I want to greet your many viewers here, and I hope that we will have a very interesting conversation tonight.
Good. Well,
Well,
so
thank
we
you.
see.
Thank you for the intro. But the thing is, we can lower our expectation when new person coming in, they have this layout, how they're going to operate for the next few years. So when you lay it out, maybe then we'll figure out whether our expectation should be lower or higher. So you have to lay that to us tonight. So Limpa,
So
am I right? You have to
yeah,
lay
yeah.
it out.
According to what Paul said, now I want to start like this. We got many questions for you, but just want to start like this. Is EFLA still in existence since it took over?
Indeed, EFLA is existing. We are vibrant. The leadership of EFLA is working assiduously to ensure that EFLA obtain its goals and objectives under this administration.
Good. I think that sounds good for all of the Liberian organizations in Europe or across Europe. So this means that this 2024 is a new year, and EFLA has some agenda. EFLA has some undertaking, some projects, some activities. You want to walk us through?
Well, I want to say Happy New Year to all Liberians in the better wake of Europe, and I wish you all well, you and your families, and we look forward to a joyous and more prosperous New Year. So, EFLA, under this leadership, is continuing what has have been a roadmap by the old by the previous administration, pure leadership, and just to lay out, we have this year we have projects that we intend to undertake. The project committee chair lady, I said, is who is Miss Emily Askin is working hard. We intend to get involved with the youth through education, through TVET, sports, and enabling our women as well in Liberia. So we are working seriously with donor organizations in Europe, and we just need to dot the T, cross the T's and dot the R's, and then we'll be good to go for 2024. Hopefully, by the grace of God.
Paul.
Yeah. Oh, Francis, it's good to have you on the Bottom discussion. And congratulations to your post. EFLA been around for a while, and you have stepped into a big role. Are we going to have the EFLA that we have a few years back that were torn all over Europe, bringing the community together? Because for some reason, it seems to me that EFLA just went downhill. Are we going to look up to EFLA again, that everyone in Europe will be involved in this?
Yeah, no, it's a grave concern amongst Liberians in the community in Europe in regards to how EFLA can uplift the community, unite the community. But equally so, I would say that this is Herculean task, to bring Liberians together. Most of the thing we envisage has to do with finance, how much we have, as an organization to support, to finance these initiatives, especially when it comes to unifying the Liberian community in Europe. It requires traveling from one country to another, and it requires awareness, heightened awareness about Liberia, amongst Liberians in Europe. Unfortunately, EFLA during the past years have not been able to bring Liberians together in the way we expected it to be. There are issues in the Liberian communities, individual communities around Europe. Most times, people expect EFLA to solve the problems, and it is difficult because most of the problems in Europe, in Liberian communities, are not organizational problems in terms of leadership or what it is, but it is deeply rooted in personal issue against each other. And so people tend to undermine the growth of every community organizations in Europe. I once served as president of Liberian Association in Sweden for so many years. And I can attest to that the primary problems that attributed to that are attributing to our disunity in our various communities, and at large, EFLA is issue with personal issues. That we have against each other, and tend to bring it to the community level and to national level. But EFLA has put in mechanism. We have set up committees, outreach committee, membership committee headed by Mr. Bill Newey, and a couple of guys in around Europe to touch base with the local organizations. Our focus mainly around France, Italy. Norway has a leadership already, so we are working towards meeting our leadership and discussing the path, the roadmap to how they can come on board and join EFLA. So in short, I understand your concern that EFLA have taken a nosedive, but in terms of reaching out to communities in Europe, but I can show you that we will build fences, with men fences, and before this administration, the leadership is over, EFLA will resonate, and it will be a formidable Liberian diaspora organization.
Currently, I'm asking this question because I will put out this comment or this question comment, then I will ask the question against that backdrop. Chadela Brown Chilble lives in the UK, and she's asking, and in the UK, when I do my survey around by myself, I found out that there are certain countries in Europe that are populated with Liberians. The UK is one of them, Netherlands, and that black, Netherlands and Belgium, and that black, and Germany also. And then you come to Sweden, then Norway, our population just started growing because the kids that came here as kids, they're now big men. So we are growing too. But you spoke about the difficulty in reaching out to Liberian communities. So presently, how many Liberian communities that that EFLA is working with actively, or that EFLA was working with actively before you took over? And when you took over, have you added some more people, some more group to the organization?
Well, the UK has always been part of EFLA, one of our leaders, our president, came from the UK, Northampton, Mr. Brownell. There was some internal wrangling within the community there. They were factionalized to some extent that it had a little attention. And after that, the past leadership headed by Mr. Mo Sonny, he and his team were part of EFLA. They were not active in terms of the financial contribution. At a point in time, I attended inauguration of Mr. Mohammed Sonny and his corporate officers there, Mr. Ruran Bala, and we had a good working relationship. At one point in time, ULOC was nominated to host the annual 2026 celebration, but unfortunately, the COVID came in, and all social activities were canceled at the time, and so hence we have all been in contact with UK, the new leadership under Mr. Mr. Colley, Moses Colley, wasn't he? Mr. Colley, yeah, he's on board. But these things takes time in terms of interaction, getting people on board, and it's unfortunate that most of Liberians who live in places like Italy, Norway, Spain, and other countries who got the resident citizenship left, migrated to the UK. So there are pockets of Liberia in terms of numbers. We are trying to reach out to them, get them organize themselves, because EFLA's constitution requires membership based on organization, as a local organization, and a head, national head, of the national organization in a particular country. So we are working towards that. France was actively involved with EFLA during the leadership of Mr. Brownell and Elvis Morris. But I tend to have the feeling that our ability to gel with a new leadership base is strictly based on who we have as leaders. If you look at the leadership of EFLA at the time Brownell was there, UK were active. They had a lot of guys there. There was some internal wrangling with the guys from the Shofi and some other group of people of fighting, so to speak, about the leadership. France, unfortunately, we try to get them, but they have their own problems too, internal problems with individuals. That is which is hindering the community there in terms of building a consensus as a community to organize themselves. The Netherlands has a problem itself. They have two leadership there, and EFLA recognize the current leadership because I think they are in court. So it's just a difficult situation with Liberians. Just be very blunt in the situation. Liberians, we ourselves are the problem when it comes to organizing ourselves. Because we look around us, the Nigerian community, they are so organized. Although they have issues, but they are patriotic and nationalistic. Nobody, in our community, you hear people saying, "What are going to do a Liberian thing?" So with these kind of negative vibes, these kind of negativity that is permeating our societies around Europe. Yeah, I mean we can't go further. So it requires a lot of energy and time. And this job and this position is a voluntary position. Sometimes you put your hands in your own pocket. People have all the ideas, but you ask them, how can we achieve this, and that? I mean, that will become it become very stagnated at a certain point.
Okay. Let me, Paul, will come in, but let's recognize few people here. They just joining us. Somebody I see them for the very first time. For those of you joining us for the first time, this is the bottom line Liberia. My name is Linford Goer, and there is Paul Chiloply there in the UK. I'm in Norway, and I guess some of us have met before at EFLA occasion, but you know that. But let's recognize Mark Mitch. He's in France. Mark wrote a comment here. We'll highlight it, and I think Mr. Mensah will comment on that. Emmanuel Wati lives in the UK. We are childhood friends. In fact, we are brothers. We
live in the US. Where do you live in America?
Yeah, he's in America, in the US rather. We're childhood friends. We grew up together. We slept in the same rooms. We went to the same school. We did everything together. So Emmanuel Wati, welcome. You've been here before. We brought you here before, and watch your heroes coming back for you. We'll come here again. And let's also welcome Suneta Kapoor, and the rest of you whose name we cannot see right now. Let me see someone else. Dennis McGill is in the Netherlands. But Paul, you're coming. But let Francis respond quickly to this one. I know it probably is, or yes, I'll do, or no, I will not do. But Mark Mitch is saying that he spoke about reorganizing EFLA in France, but his question is simple to you. When will you go to France? He said, I should please ask you.
Yeah, I know. Mark mentioned, I had a little conversation. He seems to be a very patriotic Liberian who envisioned that Liberians in Europe would be united, and we can all contribute and build our country back home. I told Mr. When I will get to France is, I mean, when the organization, the community organize themselves, and there's a need for me to come over to meet them as a collective, as a group that is willing to work. But as all situations as it seems now that I have emissaries working along with the community in France. When the green light is given, and I would get on the plane and come to France when the time is right, when the community have decided to meet, and then we can all have a conversation about how to move the community forward in France, and bringing it on board to enhance the growth and activities of EFLA. So I will be in France just when the community invite me to come to France, and you guys are ready for us to have a town hall discussion and iron all the differences to move ahead, forge ahead as a community.
Right, Francis, I think and now I'm going to lower my expectation from your explanation regards to the enormous problem that we face all around Europe with Liberian communities. So that's, you have a serious task on hand, and to reunite, to bring EFLA back to what it used to be. I know it's an uphill task, but I guess being around EFLA for a long time, you should be able to do something. And with the new leadership around, based on your good rapport with them, I think EFLA should, because it's just strange that in Europe, we start something and then it just go down, instead of, like you mentioned about other communities in locally Somalian community in Sweden where you live. Why? But in the UK, we got about 7 different organizations here, and there's something just fundamentally wrong with us in Europe, and even those in America can testify to this. So you got an uphill battle. I see where you come from, and the problem is so. Moving forward, fast forward, the barriers are there. It left for you to meet all of these leaders and have a conference and see how they can bring EFLA back, because it was through EFLA that the dual citizenship, Imaya Weti is here, John Brown, and then we all put hands together to get this thing working in Liberia. So EFLA play a key role. So we cannot leave EFLA out. So my house up to you, and we if you need any help from us to promote this thing, the bottom line is here. You can make use of this platform as well for the good and for EFLA in Europe. So there are a few questions. I'd say somebody.
Just 1 minute before you, you throw in your question. I want to take this time to extend my heartfelt thanks and appreciation and commendation to Mr. Emmanuel Weti and his team, as Mr. Mark Muller, who's a chairman, who's the board of director of EFLA, who used his personal resources to go to the dual citizenship activities in America. Mr. Kingston Ray, president of ULOP in the United Liberian Association in Belgium. All these guys are patriots. They use their own resources, their finances to go to America with our Liberians in the European diaspora paying a dime. So the hats off to them. I'll commend them, and your actions are laudable. It's an indication that you guys are true patriots and you love Liberia. Thank you very much. I can go ahead with the question, sir.
Yeah. So thank you. There's speculation all around Europe regarding EFLA that EFLA have now become a political institution, but they take side with parties in Liberia, and it's something that the previous leadership, and we've been told that EFLA or more than CDC instead of doing what they should have done in Europe. So under your stewardship, is this EFLA going to be strictly Liberia business, or they're going to take side with a political alignments in Liberia because of finance and all that? I just want you to clarify this, or how your stewardship going to be like.
Before I just want to debunk that is the notion it is misinformation, is disinformation. EFLA has never taken side. EFLA have never been under the spell of the CDC. Our able president, President Emeritus Mayango Aku, he's a member of the CDC, and he paid his dues to CDC, and he has been a member of EFLA since EFLA was founded, before the organization of the CDC. And there's no point in time that EFLA ever been compromised or under the spell of the CDC for money, for whatever reason. It's clear that our last program we held in the Netherlands, the Lex or Tomofala, some what they call it, they pledged money, they didn't give a damn. So, so I just want to debunk that. It's disinformation. It's unfair to characterize EFLA as being one-sided. We all have our political sides. We all have our political views, and where we lay, EFLA take precedence over any form of political party when it comes to the leadership of EFLA in Europe.
Right. The reason why I wanted that clarification, because if it's one of the things that people been seeing in Europe, that EFLA now become a partisan. But thank you for the clarification, and that's what I said. Make use of the bottom line, this platform, to tell people, because some of the information out there. I think the last time we had Brother Akko on this program, and there was question raised about EFLA collecting people were giving them $3,000 from each chapter around Euro, and that he answered that question. So it's good that you clarify this. Linfo, you can talk.
Okay. Thank you, Paul, and thank you to our guests. Let's welcome a few more people. Patient Bowie Lemons. I think she's from.
Linfo, before look at this. I just want Francis. See.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I think Francis can address that, but what I will also say is that I'm a member of the Bottom Line Liberia. I'm a member of the Liberian Association here in Norway. In fact, I just went out as Secretary General after 14 years, 14 straight years. I was Secretary General, in fact, from the formation in 2005, before we had election again in 2012. I was Secretary all along. So if you add all the years from 2005 to now, that's 19 years. But the question here is, in that organization, we got CDC people, we got ANC people, we got all kind of people. So people being in organization or even leading organization and belonging to other political parties is quite different from taking the organization to the particular party. So nobody can tell me that mine supporting Mr. Cummings, where I organized, even I helped to organize program here for Mr. Cummings, in any way brought in ULAN, our group here, United Liberian Association in Norway. No, I did not take ULAN to ANC, but I was there actively serving as secretary, and also, so I think Mr. Mensah can address our concern from Kajebu. And Kajebu also is a strong supporter of Mr. Cummings, and so if he was leading in a group, we would not just accuse him of taking the group to Cummings. But I will welcome a few people. Patient Bowie and also Mami Zefri. And if you come here again for the first time, we're not welcome. Okay, Kai, welcome. And so we have Lofty Fire Duet. I think that people from Holland, you got a name here, they Duet name. But the thing is, this is your European platform. So those of you coming here tonight, it shouldn't be your last time. Not simply because we are hosting EFLA president here, you'll show up, then tomorrow you'll go. No, we come on every Tuesday and Friday. We want to see people here next. Today is Friday, Tuesday. We want to see people here Tuesday. We start at the same time. You'll come here. You'll bring your concerns. You'll tell us. If we don't get information from here, we're not caring about Europe. That's why you see in America, they got Spoon TV there. They got what the other one is? Closing argument, and see people, everybody going there. This is our European platform. Not because we're not sitting there and bad-mouthing people, causing people, lying on people. No. We say the truth here. We brought a living human being, your president here. He's saying exactly what he means. We are not inflating anything here. We do inflate no more.
It's our president. Not say your president. It's our European president.
So, I'm moving myself, talking to them. Today I have to make power. I make power.
Mr. Guer, I'll hold you in contempt.
Exactly.
Okay, Asorano, sir. So, but let me bring in this question. You spoke earlier on about finances. I want to believe EFLA as a big organization that represents Liberians around Europe could make use of some of the facilities that we have, like from the EU, from individual countries. They also know how to raise some money from donors or from government. Is EFLA making any efforts in that direction to probably liaise with the local organizations in the various European countries, or as EFLA itself to move and source some funding? What are you doing in that direction, or do you have plans?
Yeah, that's a good question, Linfo. There has been concerted efforts in terms of sourcing finances and funding from organizations around Europe. It may appear very easy, but it's a lot of work, paperwork, and a lot of local organizations themselves are struggling with finances because these positions are just voluntary positions, and one has to commit his of herself to ensure that he achieved the goal. I mean, that he or she visits for the organization. And as I said, we had our project committee. We are currently working with the local authorities in Belgium, Antwerp. We need to do a re-notarization to notarize a document because it's a new leadership. Finances, most organizations has particular criteria that one has to follow and has to meet, and those are basically centered around youth empowerment. To make it short, we have a problem now that we need to tackle. That EFLA has never undertaken a huge project, so you get from my own understanding, I mean, just in the short period of time, organizations, donors are looking for institutions that, I mean, it's easier for them to work or grant aid or funding to institutions, organizations that have had projects that impact the community, the youth, females, and that kind of stuff. But after all the years, have never done that. Most of our things have been on the scale of donating rice to the community in Liberia, Ebola, Corona, these kind of things. These are not substantial or sustainable projects. So we are working assiduously with our contacts through our chair lady, lady of project, Miss Emily Eskin, she has her own group, and we're trying to tap into her knowledge to help elevate EFLA at that level, so we can we can possibly seek funding from one of the organizations. I can what do you call it? Say it, yeah. We all fear that we have tried. We have done several applications. We have done 1 or 2 applications. We have not met the criteria. You know what I'm saying? So I think the whole EFLA structure need to be reformulated into a more community-based structure, like where you have to go in for outreach, but what do you call it? Humanitarian gestures, because we are structured, we are molded in the sense of community-based, wherein we are just here to guard and our community and the people within, with falling within the structure of EFLA. So we are working towards that, and hopefully we can have what you call a convention. Probably we may change some things in with the constitution of EFLA and things like that, so we can be able to attract donors. So we are working with that, and the communities themselves, the fewer communities in Europe, they themselves are struggling.
But are they paying any dues to EFLA as mother organization? The communities.
Oh my God, man! This is a struggle. Let me just break it down to you guys again for the benefit of the listening audience. Each community, and each community per se, each national organization, let's say Norway or ULOC, supposed to pay a membership due, a fee of 60 euros. It's hardly coming, bro. It's not coming, So yeah, some of our members are very committed. I would call her name, Patient, by the way. She is one of those who, she helped committees. They will pay the bills, the dues rather, and other members like Sis Emily, the person Mayango Agu, and the rest of the people. They all paid. But the Liberian Association in Sweden as well has been paying. in the sense I was a leader, and they have their own problems. But again, people, as they just say euros, people cannot pay, So, and we as officials, just to uplift the coffers, we ourselves have to pay 50 or 60 euro. That's $5 every month. It's not coming. It's so we have to go around. We need to formulate new ideas, strategies to get these things. These money paid. But that's it. People, it's just hard to get. So we are working. Hopefully we get there. It takes time, but we will get there. I'm positive. I'm highly positive that we will get there. EFLA will grow and be a big organization.
A quick information before Paul comes in. For those of you, I see a lot of new people here tonight, which is very good for us. For us Europeans, Liberians living in Europe here, this is our platform once again, and we all need to support it. We need your presence. That we want nothing. Just come, watch the show. We are here every Tuesday at 9 o'clock Central European time and 8 o'clock UK time. So come and share the show. Bring your ideas. Now, for those of you on the screen here, I can see some of your names we've already called, but on my own screen, on the other side, because I'm sharing the show too on my page, let me welcome Mary Rebecca Son and Mara Seaton, Douglas Pelo, Romeo Brown. But now let me give Paul the opportunity to ask his question, and after that, after Paul asks his question, we'll be opening a telephone line. I see a lot of concerns here. People writing a whole lot of things here. So we'll open the telephone line. It's a WhatsApp line, so you can call. It will not cost you anything. So Paul, go ahead, and right after that, we'll be opening a telephone line so that the people will ask their questions and the president can respond to that.
Damn, I pity the president so much because the problem in Europe is too much, and I don't know.
Wait. They say on Easter last the hair that wears your crown. When you wear that crown, your name will not lay down cool. We can lay down,
Look, I met Francis. Was doing a summer in Sweden, and he had black hair, but then the next few years are going to see part of gray hair because the problem is so much. But nothing is impossible. And my question to you is easy. As new leader, because you come up with, you have plan. A lot of communities in Europe, they're struggling. I will give UK as example. To even have a community hall to bring Liberians together, it's just impossible. I know in the UK here, you find that the Ethiopian and Somalians, they are together. They will have a center in London. They will have center in Birmingham. They will have center in Germany. They meet yearly. How are you going to bring all of these communities together with all of these problems that you just explained? How are you going to bring the leadership? Are you intend to have a symposium that you can bring all of these heads together for the better good of Liberian community in Europe?
Exactly. This is one of our points on our manifesto for the year for this leadership. We have a lot of medium to go through. We can organize a Zoom town hall meeting for as the maiden way, initial step, and then we move forward to a larger audience. There have been suggestions around that we meet in a particular country before the Independence Day celebration, or we normally have annually for all Liberians in Europe. That could be a conduit of which we can meet and discuss issues pertinent to our community and how we can bring the community together. But again, the problem is interest. Where lies our interest? What are our priorities when it comes to uniting Liberians in the European diaspora? our mindset has to change. We no disrespect to us Liberians, but as soon as we travel, we tend to have a different cultural orientation. We most of try to detach ourselves from our community, and we need to stop the pettiness among ourselves. There's so much pettiness among ourselves. Look, if you Liberians can be united, we will achieve a lot of things. Look, I will cite an example. We will make a lot of money back home individually, but collectively, it shows that Liberians are supporting our economy. And also, if every Liberian in Europe can put aside that negative spirit and inculcate into themselves that spirit of unity where we can meet as a family, as a group of people from a particular nation, from one, we will do a lot of things. Look, the Somalians here, I mean, they have their own group, but they have their own differences. But when they meet, they have a local, they have a hall, we call it local here. They have a hall. They have all the things they meet. I mean, they don't depend on the government for assistance. They themselves take the initiative. But Liberians, we are so circumspect. That's the problem, I think, Liberian. We tend to look at things from a negative perspective. That look, if this thing is, when I suggest this to Mr. A, I mean, to me, friends as the president, and Francis does not do that, Francis, it means that Francis does not listen, or he does not, he does not respect my opinion. So we are quick to get on our skin, so to speak. And with that attitude, Liberians cannot go. And I've been in the Liberian community for years. I've been in leadership. Prior to me coming to Europe, and I was captain of the basketball team. I played basketball at a level, and I played soccer, football as well. So I know I have interacted with Liberian school politics, what have you. The fundamental problem with Liberians here in Europe is that spirit of pettiness. We need to get away with it. People tend to, create animosity out of nothing. If I say something to you inadvertently, I did not mean. If you say, hi, friends, and I said, hey, Paul, you go for the he may answer me negatively without you coming to me and tell me, why did you answer me in such a way? So it's a lot of things, good things out of Liberians. We can do a lot more if we really come together. There's opportunities out there. We can do it, and I will, as I said, it's part of our manifesto, part of our program. We will work on that to see that we can meet in Germany this year as early, 1 or 2 days prior to the celebration in Germany. I hope you all can be there in July, and we can have a meeting. I mean, a meeting of the minds. We have. I mean, America is not better than us. We have intellectuals here. We have people. Why team the government? A lot of people look up to the other day on Spoon. I heard them talking about appointments, and they were talking about people in America. You were not even mentioned. We have the skills, have the expertise, we have the capacities. What can we? Because we ourselves are putting ourselves down because we cannot transcend that level.
Let me stop you right there. You I'm getting a bit confused here. Well, you answer one of the important questions somebody raised here. Where is the July 26th going to be held this year? And you said Germany. We don't know the particular place in Germany. I will be driving to Hamburg. I will be driving to
information will be coming. It will be coming soon.
Okay, thank you very much. But at least we here know that the July 26th, which is a highlight of all Liberian organizational activities in Europe or all over the world, is July 26th. It will be held in Germany this year. We'll know this.
At one point, what's the city where this Volkswagen is made? Is made in.
I don't know. That's an easy quiz. Well, I feel.
Yeah, where Volkswagen is made. I mean, Wolfsburg.
Wolfsburg or Duisburg?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, no, be here in Wolfsburg. Yeah, Wolfsburg. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. Yeah, at least we're getting to know little by little. But they just as by way of information, the number you see scrolling on the screen, if you can see it well, I'll read it. It's a WhatsApp number. It is +47. The country code is 4799450882. Once again, country code +4799450882. Okay, Francis, you
Yes, sir.
just mentioned about EFLA, which we all know according to the constitution is non-political. It cannot allow any political activities. But then you also mentioned right now that you listen to some platform in the US and people talking about appointing people in government, and Euro was not mentioned. Now the question here is, the guys in the US, all the Liberian organizations in the US, they tend to engage Liberian government, they tend to engage officials of government. But we here in Europe, we are non-political, so it makes it a bit difficult for us to engage Liberian government directly or people in authority directly. How do we get that same opportunity, that equal opportunity as members of EFLA in Europe? Because we are afraid, we are so afraid. Our constitution has tied our hands that we cannot, engage government openly. I cannot be secretary of EFLA and then be, active with government. So how can we do that?
No, I want to tell you this. For you and the listening audience, look, EFLA, this leadership, we actively engage the government. If the government does something wrong, it's part of our responsibility, obligation as Liberians to be critical on issues, national issues. If the past leadership did not do that, EFLA responsibility is in the constitution, but we have to be civil in our approach, in how we go about engaging the government. There's nothing wrong with engaging the government when it goes wrong, especially when it comes involves the interests of our people. And EFLA is no exception. This is a Liberian-based organization where we will engage the government. It's not that we need any recognition of attention, so the people say. Most times when people tend to engage government, people go about say, "Oh, these guys are seeking recognition, attention." But it is our constitutional right as Liberians. So
Okay.
I mean, there's no thin line between that. We would definitely cross the line when the government goes wrong, and especially when it comes to our interests of our people. We want to see all Liberians thrive with the endowed resources that we have. Our lives should be better. So government is there to serve the people, and so after should it's no exception.
Okay, Paul, before you come in, quick again, let me repeat the number. The number is country code +4799450882. Now, you just said something that will engage the government and positively if they do well, negatively if they do not do well, we engage them. Now, the next thing here is somebody, Douglas Pelo from Sweden, asked this question: what information EFLA has about the Liberian embassy in Belgium? Now, I will back that question by citing certain examples. Liberia has a long-term or long-standing relationship with some countries in Europe. Typical example, Sweden, where Sweden was actively involved in Liberia during Lango days, and also Norway, because I know children from Norwegian parents who were born in Liberia. Norwegian children are born there, grew up there, went to school there, they live there, they see me in Sweden. But if you look in the entire Scandinavia, Liberia does not have embassy. I think the closest embassy we have here is Germany, and I think some used to be in England. I don't know whether they stay there. Okay, so it makes it difficult for Liberians in this part of in fact for the whole country, Sweden, to relate to Liberia. Okay, so are there efforts or are there any plans in the future? It may not be your administration, but are there plans? Do you think it's feasible that Liberia can again or EFLA can initiate some activities that will create that awareness that Liberia needs that ties with the Scandinavia like before?
Yeah, and Lean for things, that's a good question. I would like to say this here publicly that the past leadership of EFLA has engaged the past administration. Madam Erin Johnson Sirleaf, Dr. George Monnoh, we have written proposals. We have engaged him, highlighting the importance of not an embassy, so to speak, because we understand the financial constraints of the country, but a consulate section, a consulate office here where a Liberian can be given the opportunity, to head that consulate section, that office, by the fact in a section, a consulate office, because we have an embassy, we have a property here. I've taken the ambassador of Germany there, Madam Telewuda. I've taken the ambassador, his name, Asa Yenibu, there as well. I've taken some government officials who came to Sweden, even there, in the Eddie administration and the George Weah administration. There, the building is in ruins. I was there, and the government still pays. I don't know, but there's a lot of problem with that, a lot of issues concerning that property. It was once sold. Fortunately for us, the Swedish government got it back. And I've written proposals. Look, let me just lay out a plan how the government can actually, what do you call it? Enjoy the premises that they have here. Look, first and foremost, we understand the financial challenges of the government. I've written a 4-page proposal to the government before. Look, it requires nothing more than, you can take Linford, he lives in Scandinavia, or you can take Francis or somebody else, Douglas lives here. Take him to Morovia, give him a 1-week crash course in consular affairs, because being a consular, you do marriage, you issue visas, you passports, and these things are digital nowadays. And then you just place the person at the embassy. The consulate open once or twice a week, because it has its job, because the government cannot afford. Maybe the government can compensate him. And that doors will be open, because there are a lot of people who within the Scandinavia, Norway, Sweden, Denmark, we encounter problems. So not to go so far, I've written several communications to the foreign ministry. Even Western Garfinde, who originally came from Sweden, Lund, for foreign minister. We wrote him. He didn't lay out the Liberian, say he laid down, appear up. So we won't give up. There's concerted efforts to see that our people in the Scandinavia, under this leadership before I leave office, will ensure that we have a consulate there. Not an embassy, because the government is crying for money, but we need a consulate. And important, the consulate will be run by a Liberian, because consulate positions are given to Europeans. They just get the positions. They pay the government, bribe the government official, get them money, and they turn it back. They don't do nothing else. So this time we want a Liberian to be in charge of the consulate office in Sweden. And we will now rest for Scandinavia. And in regards to the question in Belgium, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs can do that, because we have no knowledge. We are only treading on the ESA and DC, but the Ministry of Foreign Affairs will be the right and appropriate agency to answer that question as what is obtaining with the embassy in Brussels.
Well, Francis, thank you. And it would be a good thing to have. I wouldn't go for counseling. You said something earlier that Liberians, you heard about jobs and things, people more likely to come from America than Europe. But I know, under the stewardship of John Brownell and Eric Morris, if I can recall, there was engagement in Liberia, and Europe represented their John and Eric represented us. If you recall, it was the project. I mean, 20 some name. I just forgotten the name, but he did represent us. So they were more political in their approach. With regards to embassy, I want to bring you back to this. There are huge numbers of Liberian in the Scandinavian, and if you look at visa, that's huge revenue generating for Liberians. So why is it should we limit it to a consular than an embassy? It's important. Now, if you go to Liberia, you have a Swedish embassy. If you want to travel to Sweden, you have to go to Africos. These are things that we need to push because there are huge number of Liberians in Europe. Now, recent time, under the EFLA government, there was a consular move to Minnesota because of the Liberians population there. They consider that. Why is it they can't consider Europe? So it's something that we need to push. And I think on this one, we might back you up here to push it that we have an embassy in the Scandinavia, because if you look at Germany have embassy, there's an embassy in Belgium, an embassy in the UK. It's unfair to all Liberians. If you need visa, urgently you have to go to Germany or Brussels. So the number in the Scandinavia is growing. There's huge migration over there, and people are born children over there. So the number have raising a lot. So we need an embassy. Sweden, Norway, one of those countries have to have an embassy. And I think we'll help you.
In the Scandinavia, have 3 countries: Sweden, Norway, Denmark.
Yeah, so there might be an embassy.
We have 5.
Yeah.
Adding Finland and Iceland. So we have 5. So we are growing, and there are Liberians in all those countries.
Okay, yes,
exactly.
So friends, I think we will back you up on this. And Liberians or our followers here that in Europe is something that we need to look at. I gave you a scenario here. When I moved to Holland in the 90s, and I was stranded, thinking that they had Liberian embassy in Holland. There was none. To find out there was a consular in Rotterdam, an old Dutchman that never knew any Liberian. And I think up to today's day, if he's still holding that position, it's just unfair. All of these countries, there are huge Liberians there. I mean, so on that note, I think we'll help you on this. We need to push it.
Yeah, I mean, you just reminded me about this this Dutch guy. I can cite an example. It was around in the early 2000s that I wanted to renew my passport. And this guy, I would call him, he was a friend of Ambassador George Wallace. I mean, he was collecting money getting George Wallace. And I went to his house. He lived in the old house, somewhere in Stockholm here. In his living room, he told me just to sit down. I sat down. He went, took my passport, stamped it, and brought it back to me. So look, I think our Liberians should take what Liberian has connection. Liberian has the law of the spirit to ensure that the country move forward. I think this position begin with Liberians that will go out there and seek Liberian interest, because I narrow it down to a consulate because the government crisis doesn't have money. We understand that. We take baby steps. From a consulate, we can move on to a full-fledged embassy. Because if you bring an embassy, you open an embassy, you need to pay the ambassador, you need to pay the staff, you know, drivers, and this and that. So with that money, you can only pay one person in Liberia in 1 Liberian year. From Norway, Sweden, whatever it is, I mean, that one person can just do a little things, open up the ground, set up this until we can open an embassy, and the government has the resources to do that. Now that's the point we looking at. Look, because it's very appalling to see a country like Sweden, besides the United States of America, Sweden is the #2 donor country to
Thank you.
Liberia.
That's the point. Yeah.
You know, we research as we know. So why would the government play a laissez-faire or have a laissez-faire approach in opening an embassy that will open doors, corridor investors to go to the country? We brought it up to us say we can do visa on arrival. Hell yeah, you can do that, but it's not the same.
And
Francis, let me add something to what he just said. Yeah, and it's good that we're having the discussion. I traveled to Ghana about few months back. My ECOWAS passport expired, so I needed visa. I went to the Ghana embassy in London, and what amazed me, the Ghanaians kids that are born here because of dual nationality, they get their passport from the Ghana embassy. Look, when you go to the embassy, you see Ghanaians in drones. So the embassy here generate money for their country. So imagine we had an embassy in Sweden. Every child that is born there will be entitled to Liberian passport. That huge money generates there. So why are the government saying they don't have money, but the embassy can generate its own money?
It's political. I mean, people just want their own. It's just having the political will. I mean,
this is very
I guess they
important,
choose looking for their own people to bring. I mean,
again, it has to do with the engagement. Let me tell you, especially Liberian government, they are like turtles. You won't put fire on a buy or not move. The way we started with the dual citizenship. The first time I heard about this thing, that was around 2005-6. And I remember my late friend Walter Savage, he brought it, he opened the computer, said, "Moment, there's something got to do." I said, "Moment," and I'm interested. I said, "Moment, don't look at it." When I read that, I saw Emmanuel Wetini, I said, "Okay, this thing must be interesting." That's one of the signatories to the dual citizenship. It dragged on for more than 10-15 years until finally it was accepted. So our Liberian people, they left fire. Now we are starting. No, let me tell you, like you name America, Sweden, and I will add Norway. Those are the countries that are really, the police will get now. Honor Ellen Johnson Sally, who trained there? Norway. Okay.
Norway, Sweden, yeah. I met some Norwegian was speaking Swedish, and the Norwegian would understand me.
Norway still has their presence in Liberia. My brother works with a Norwegian company in the Wologisi Mountain. They are doing a lot of projects. And these people, they got a whole lot of money in a small country here. Same population with Liberia. They get plenty of money. They loan for a place to dump it. So we need to make that opportunity. Now, I will tell you, the same experience you and Paul were sharing about the old Dutch guy who was the consulate. We have one old man here from where Todmetan. I say Todmetan. They got our OC man. I know how you got in contact with Todmetan. The man, Todmetan made a man consulate. The public still get people with Todmetan's signature on it. 2005, because Liberian started coming here 2004. When we first organized EFLA, ULAN, we were having the program, they all met pop up. Then he said, "I'm the consulate for Liberia." So we're like, we don't know. We that have been living here before 2005, then you coming up, and then we talked to him. But he's a very nice old man. He's been helping us, even the coming of President Sirleaf here for Nobel Peace Prize and the first visit she made. The old man, he was instrumental in everything. The old man can break through. So you see, we got these people who are resourceful. The old man is retired, very old. He's a lawyer. He got his own law office. So if we can think about establishing a consulate or embassy anywhere in Scandinavia, we can pass through this man because he knows the whole thing. This is somebody who are being holding a position for third time. Government forgot about him. Tower forgot about him. They even know about him. And we don't know about him. Because so they all making up. So we got an opportunity. All we need to do is make some push, move on, and put fire on our government back. So our lines are open now. I'll repeat a number again. You can call to give. Let's make it conversational. You only the audience. Let's make it conversational. Talk to us. We'll talk to you. The numbers again. Or the number again. +47. That's the country code. 99 450 882. In the meantime, let's welcome SB Don and Mr. Emmanuel Boa and Pafokwa Lastborn. So those of you guys joining us, share the show. This is the Bottom Line Liberia. We do not inflict anything here. We don't lie. We don't cause people. We don't carry our number up. We can pay to carry number up. We can do it if we want to.
So while waiting for call, Francis, I know we had an engagement in Sweden regarding the bottom line.
Yeah.
And since you know our president, this is the platform that you can use as well to reach the wider audience in Europe.
Definitely,
and I think you should take on that, because we can also use the platform to promote the July 26th event that is coming up in Germany.
For sure.
Will be good. Yeah, so we can use this platform as well to put fire on our government feet to do something about Liberians in Europe. The number in Europe is huge. It's huge, and people overlook that. If you look at the Western Union and same wave, we're not far away from America in terms of donation in Liberia. So
America saying $50. We people here.
Okay. So that is
somebody asking me they want to send 2,000-3,000 right away on the spot.
Yeah, the thing is, it's imperative that we, as leaders in this platform, try to propagate the right message to our people out there, so that we can attract them. We have a lot of Liberians here in the European diaspora that have a lot of expertise that can be shared. They can be invited to this show, and we can build a European platform, and then we can extend it outside. There are a lot of people here, who got different skills, expertise that they can contribute to this program, and you can have a panel discussion. It doesn't have to be basically on politics, but it can variate to different topics, and our people, they are keen, they are attracted to politics, so that way they gravitate. But we can interspice it, because there's a big platform. We need, we speak as we were, we spoke in Sweden. I told you guys, look, this is our platform. We need to use it. We need to exert all efforts, to see that it grows. They represent Liberians in Europe. This, so far, I'm concerned, this is the only European platform that I know. There's nothing else. So what is holding us back?
Thank you.
So
we've been operating 3 years now. So just to let you know, we've been around here for a little while, hardly in a little corner, but
maybe we can hold ourselves responsible. We are not being reaching out a lot to Europe, to Liberians in Europe.
Yeah, so you can take Liberians here. You got teachers, you got people that can contribute the expertise. So invite them to the show. We can be a panelist. You can come here. We can appear when we're available. We can be the regular panelists, whatever it is, and bring them. So that will serve as some marketing or strategy to reach out. There's a trajectory to expand, to attract people. We got bankers here. We got the chairman of the board of EFLA, Mr. Mark Muller. You can invite him. We got ex-president, president of the community.
Thank you for talking about marketing. For those of you who got some small Liberian businesses, either in Europe or in Liberia, we can promote you also. We can do adverts at a very minimum. We just help each other. We try to build a community. No, listen, this thing is, like Francis is saying, we got teachers. We'll be surprised to know that we got a Liberian pilot in Norway. A child who came here at the age of 7, he's a Liberian pilot now. He's a pilot in Norway. Can you imagine? At the age of 7, I was surprised that we need your help. We need if you can reach out to us. You can reach out to Paul. You can reach out to me. My handle on Facebook is Afro Viking. I'm the only African Viking. So you can find me on Facebook. You can find me on WhatsApp. Reach out to us. Tell us, no, this is my era. I will talk to you here. I'm a journalist. Besides that, I'm a maritime personnel. So there are doctors, Liberian doctors. There are Liberian pilots. There are Liberian teachers. There are Liberian pharmacists. All kind of
Yeah, I mean, Patience has a business. I mean, she's a very enterprising lady.
Okay, Patient, I'll take what our patient.
I mean, you can invite her. You invite these people on the show. Ask them about what the challenges, opportunities, the challenges on the Liberian businesses. How can they thrive? I mean, Mr. Aku has his business. All of you. So we are here to support. We will give you guys our unwavering support. I mean, it comes to Liberia. Doesn't stand between me and Liberia.
No way. The only thing that stands between me and Liberia is Liberia itself.
Exactly. So yeah, I've been in this thing forever. So so I mean, I love Liberia, dream Liberia, sleep Liberia, and then I love Liberia. So that's the only thing.
You're making the expectation hard now. You see, I was in sympathy with you now. You're making the expectation hard. This is the kind of
no, we have.
Let's go back to EFLA. This EFLA. We have heard all of the challenges, and there are more challenges to come because even in our personal life, we always have challenges. Today, you're heading, you're hungry, you're stopping for today. Tomorrow, you're close there. You want to go to one party and acting. What kind of thing, in life? So that I just ended a long 6-week holiday. I thought that going to work every day was hard, so I accumulated all my 6 weeks. Because I want to travel, but I couldn't travel. So I said, well, I'll be home. But the first 2 days, 3 days, I'm home. I can't go to work. When I get in the morning, I turn around and I said, no. I want to call my boss and say, can I come to work? But you see, in life, nothing easy. Everything hard. Even to eat. When you go for the game, more food, they say eat. You not say eat. So the thing is, EFLA has all these challenges. But I know there are some good sides of EFLA. Is there anything good that you have seen about EFLA since you've been member and then being at the head now? Is there anything that you have seen about EFLA, good thing about EFLA?
Well, there's a lot of good things. I mean, it's a platform, it's a conduit, it's an opportunity, it's a place where it gives you an opportunity to meet people, Liberians. It strengthens your network, your social network out there. And you tend to have a more softer side for the country of Liberia because I mean you see where we come from and where we are as a people, and EFLA has created a lot of rooms for people to to know Liberia. I mean, through our parties, our interactions here in various countries. People have just heard the name Liberia that have not gotten close to Liberia. So these are the positive things of EFLA. EFLA has identified with our brothers and sisters back home through our initiatives back home. And through our local organizations from here as well, community organizations have through EFLA or in working relations with these communities organizations, EFLA is known. During the elections, EFLA was represented as as a observer group. So we have done a lot of things. EFLA has had a positive. I mean, the positives is a little bit overshadowed by the negative aspect, but as you already stated, we have a lot of things. We have a lot to do. We have a lot of work, and we are just the foundation of EFLA. We intend to see it solid, and when we pass the torch, it will be an organization where our children will take over, and we can leave an indelible ink. We have an indelible impact in our on our very communities in within our very communities in Europe and our European partners, so that through EFLA, a lot of things can be done.
You are getting commitments already. So, Madam Lucretia Nelson, one of the strongest persons that I
Yeah.
know.
I think I met Lucretia a long time ago. I
Yes,
think
she's committing the whole UK. Is
It's
it
my
Paul?
Kipamos
Lucretia is
woman, I
steering.
guess. I think she's from Maryland County as well. I think.
Yeah, I think so. Lucretia
Yeah.
is
So
carrying all of you in one basket, and you're jumping you off to the door of EFLA and saying you're cooperate.
yeah, I mean, we on these are the kind of commitment we're looking forward to. It is a Herculean task. Working with Liberians. Uh, in the diaspora, there are a lot of factors that interplay. A lot of common factors like better than I do, and so I mean, our people, we are quick to. No, I don't want to be negative, but these are the challenges, and these are the things that we need to desist from for us to be better. The Nigerians will come, they get all the PhDs, they are humble. Liberia may get one AA degree. As soon as you say A, you say 10,000. Whatever you say it now, black, they'll say a rare. They will argue, got to know that guy's more the AA degree. Yeah, so we need to assert that spirit of humility. We need to do that. Otherwise, we will all struggle. And also, yeah, and also we need to do that. So let us come together as a people, united for the common good of our people back home in our country. There's a lot of things out there we can explore. We can go. I have a dream. We have a vision that we can do. We can form a cooperative here and go back home. Agriculture is a big thing. We can all work together, find a project. So so these are things there's a lot of things we can do back home collectively. But the idea to Paul, can you argue argue long time. He will tell it to Lord Cholope, he will tell him only upside down. He will argue with that, and he care to liver will change it. He will tell it, and also our problem. So I mean, we are very industrious people, but we need that spirit of humility to move forward.
Okay, Paul. I think we need to let our guests go. But is there anything that you want?
No, the thing is, I want to say thanks to Francie for being on this platform. You see, what you have just done, there are a lot of people around the place following you. And this is how information can travel. Look, there have been a lot of negative things out there. It's good to have Mayanka here the last time. He was able to clarify things. And now here you are, you clarify a few things. And EFLA need to go forward. And one of the things is, it was through EFLA that I got to know a lot of people across Europe. Mm-hmm. And that is the fact. And people will enjoy that. So the good old days of EFLA, and I can see you bringing it back. I see my sis Emily here, who also used to work extremely hard. She's back on your team. So I can see something good.
All the people.
Yeah, so Francis is so happy here. Yet do this regularly. Let people get to know more about EFLA, to promote it more. It's important at this time. Every time it's a miracle, but we plenty in Euro. Yeah, do something great.
We need that. What we need to do, gentlemen. Yeah.
And Francis, just before you give your closing, let me highlight this one, then we can talk about it, because we've been talking about all of the problem. But Sis Chadra Branch is saying that. I think something we said, she said, wow. She said, I see, we need to try harder to put all these things aside. Unity is the key. In union, strong success is sure. We cannot fail anymore. Remember? So what is that unity message I want to leave with the people as your final for tonight until we can have you the next time?
Oh, well, I just want to send out a message. I will leave by citing, by giving an example. The financial secretary of EFLA, Dr. Leonard Usa, excuse me if I pronounce her name, she's a Romanian lady. She has been in the activities of EFLA, Liberian community. She was in Belgium for years, helping to build the Liberian community in Belgium. And if this lady, who is a European, can step up for Liberia, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with us? We had elections. The lady is fatigued, but she's committed. She's involving other African projects, African countries. What will it take for a Liberian to go and vie for that position? So these are the things which we look at. We should look at ourselves in the mirror and look at that lady who is another Liberian, has no connection. She's just not married to a Liberian. She's only friend to Liberia. She's a friend to Liberia, and she's taking those steps to ensure that we as a community stay afloat through EFLA in the local community in Belgium. So what about us? Born and raised in Liberia, Liberian man, Liberian pa. We go around, all these are Liberian the best. We got a big mouth. Let us take responsibility. Liberia is all we have. If we want Liberia to strive, we want Liberia to be the Liberia that we wish to be, to see it be, let us all come together and take responsibility. So on that note, guys, I want to thank you all for the opportunity. I want to thank our listening audience who have come to watch this program. I want you to go with the message that Liberia is all we have, and Liberians in Europe, we have to keep positive. We have the know-how, the technical know-how. So there's nothing should stop us from uniting and being a formidable force and a formidable group of people that will help, Liberia back home. And that's my uncle. He's in Liberia, so yeah.
The man back here, nephew.
Yeah, buddy nephew, yeah. Yeah, so guys, yeah. So I just want to thank you guys again for the opportunity, guys. I'm gonna look forward to us doing this more again. Bring more Liberians here. We got bankers, we got teachers, we got people who are in the small scales of businesses, or medium scale business. Bring them there, promote their businesses, and then that is how we can get. And finally, before I leave again, our people, my community in Sweden who has had my back for the years. I want to thank you all, Mr. Sandy, for the motherly role you have all played. Since Emily, Mark Muller, who is the chairman of the board, Mr. Aku, Mr. Prince Red, and the team. I just want to thank you all, guys. God bless you all. That 2024 be our year of prosperity for us, and this platform must grow. It must grow bigger than this. We want to see thousands of viewers at the next time before the year's end. Thank you, guys.
Okay, Monnoh Mensah, you gotta text me. I send you several friend requests. You know what? You gotta check all your email. You got Bill. That name Bill. Need to all know. But I want to say thank you very much to Mr. Francis Monnoh Mensah, a friend that I've known for years. We've been friends for years, and we'll continue to be friends for years. And thanks for appearing, and we wholeheartedly welcome all of your participation on the platform and everything that you have said. And we hope Liberians here who are who are living in Europe have learned a lot from you and all of the clarifications you made. And now they will take the message. Trust me, Liberian, we are like this. Somebody move from and go tell that friend, say, oh, that EFLA was thinking they can away a different. Oh, really? Yeah, next time. I can promise you that in the next few months, you'll hear a lot of Liberians wanting to register with EFLA and to also attend the program in Germany. So make sure that you can get all of your information. And next time we bring you here, you'll be telling us the highlight, whatever we pay for, what we eat, what we'll do. So you
you guys start rubbing your koto.
My football pool is from
Oh,
Germany.
we ready to run.
Yeah.
Because got a team. I mean, just for information purpose, we got a team coming from Trenton, New Jersey. The Trenton Old Timers is coming through our special representative to the United States, Mr. Henry P. Body, Dr. Henry P. Body. They're arranging it. They're coming to play. So they're coming with 2 teams of soccer team, or football team coming to play. So we're gonna play the young timers and the old timers gonna play. So you guys get ready, Paul. I know I heard it will be Boom Eater a long time. So clear, it's a web. The man like league up by looking at purify, man. I swear up, your tear, I'm tearing your tear. You guys are miss go there. Okay, guys. We have a good evening, man. Good weekend. God bless.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Yeah, happy New Year to you, my brother. Yes.
Well, Paul, you heard Francis, and we just trying to recap. You heard some of what he said, and to our viewers, thanks for being there. Without you, we cannot be here, and without us, you cannot be here, because I know you're not just opening the internet and sit and look at the whole day without listening to anything good. And without you, we cannot just sit and talk to ourselves. I'd rather call Paul my telephone and we talk. So, yes, Emily Erskine. And this is one lady that I respect a lot, since I've known Emily since 2007, if I'm not mistaken. My first time attending EFLA program in Paris. So, and we've all been hanging in there. We drop, we hook back on, and it's like that. But folks, you heard your president, our president, for all of us Europeans, Liberians living in Europe here, you heard what he said. All the negativities. People carrying use. There's one thing we are good at. And I can blast at us now. That one thing we're good at. All the good things we can do, we're not here. But just do one small bad thing. Oh, that one will go. When I would tell it, that what they say, they stealing the grabbing man, the being. But all the education live for came to agree again. Nobody can think about it. All the suffering we're going through. Nobody, but by the time you do one small bad thing, people will call you. So we hope we drop all the negativities and focus on the little good things. Paul, I don't know how it's in the UK, but I've learned something here. When I came here, I played football actively for my county at the district level. We were competing to go to represent the county in the national playoff. And I played for 4 years. And imagine that I was working my feet up, practicing every day, training. But the Gali boys who will go after the cow, the farmer children, they'll go to the cow whole day. When they know we're practicing or we're playing game today, then they run from behind the cow and come with a cow and get you and go play. The man miss a ball, people will clap for him. They know again, yeah, bro, good job. Pressing the man will miss ball. So then I started thinking, I said, there is something about these people. They will encourage you, whether you're not doing good or that, they will encourage you so that you will know that you are important. But like bro will condemn each other. Like bro, you may go to the boo, But here the people are different. Small thing you do, they'll praise you. Imagine, we were 4 Liberian playing for the countries here. By the time we play, the people clapping for all. I said, when in Liberia, we'll clap for me. You see, so the people they will encourage you, but Liberia will condemn each other. Let's drop this attitude. Let's not look at the bastard. They say if you want to eat a door here, don't look in the ear. You see, people say monkey mean when monkey eating. Paul, notice this today. Anytime monkey eating something, when you boil it, you have the other one behind him. You know why? You don't want to look inside. Monkey say don't look inside the thing you're eating, because you see something bad there that will spoil your appetite. So when you boil it, you have it behind you. You eat the other one solid before you put it there. You want to be organization. You want to be grouped together. You want to be Liberians that come from the same country. Outside of Liberia, we are here. We are one people. In Liberia, we belong to different tribes. Outside, we are Liberians. So let's drop these negativities and focus on the good that we do. If somebody is not doing good to your expectation, encourage a person. Paul, take over.
Linford, you're right. And we all been in leadership in Europe, and we experience this. You see, I know Francis, he means well, and he have good heart for Liberians in Europe. When EFLA start flowing, people who don't know anything about EFLA, petty jealousy, in our community is too much. And I agree with you. We need to put all of these things and put Euro forward, Liberians. Yeah, so I think I'm going to commit to Francis from this end to promote EFLA, because we can't let EFLA go down. It has to go up.
You know, the thing about EFLA, I've now known Paris. It was through EFLA that I went to Paris. Somebody is calling. I think somebody wants to take part in the show. The person is calling from
Take the call.
Yeah. Hello. Yeah. Hello. Yeah, we hear you.
I don't necessarily want to take part in the show.
What you do, lower the device that you're listening to. If you're listening to your computer or whatever, lower it totally.
I have.
Okay, then.
I have.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. I didn't want to take part in this show, but what you guys saying about the jealousy, that is the problem. I even wrote it in one of my comments. The Liberians in Europe, if you have a group of people working together, the person who is more innovative and more hardworking is the person that will join, gang together against that person, and they will kill those good ideas, and the whole group will die down. There's a lot in Europe. And there's somebody who is not really hardworking, who doesn't have ideas, they will push that person forward, and then nothing will come for other aid. That's why we cannot advance. And that's why I made a comment in your chat room during the show. I said it's also because of jealousy.
Yeah.
There's a lot of jealousy.
And
there's a lot of jealousy.
You're supposed to be Emily, right? Who are we talking to?
Yeah, Emily.
Okay, Emily. Yeah, you see, that's the problem we have. So, you know, that, like I said, in everyday life, there is good and bad. So, you know, that's a bad side about us, but that doesn't make us any less of good people. We are still good. But, you know, our small bad side can show. So, since today we know, everybody complaining that in our Liberian community, that is small talking, is small jealousy. Oh, you know what Linfo can do? That Linfo body now go. Yeah, then John taking care of Peter. Oh, I heard they say Linfo now go. Then Peter taking care. So that basa, let's drop it. At least we know. If you don't know your problem,
the leader,
yeah.
Yes. So whoever the leader is, the leader should not listen to those negative sides. The leader should then push. If that person is really negative, push the person aside. But if the person has potential help, and working with the objectives and everything, they should push that person so that everybody can see that, oh, this person who we see as bad person is not bad. You see what I mean?
And sometimes some people make it out of ignorance, you know. They don't know, some people don't know you at all, but they'll talk about you. So it's always good to,
that's true.
You got to get close to the person before you can know them. Or else you will always judge somebody wrongly, and then at the end of the day, when you meet a main person, you say, oh, my man, what are you were talking about? So it's good. If you hear anything bad about me, I will call me and say, my man, I heard so thing. And you see me, I can talk plenty because that is how I learned to talk. I can talk plenty. So when you see me on the show, point talking, I mean, I can do plenty talking with me. I can talk plenty more than here, Jima. Not because I don't want to talk about my own job, that job I learned. Paul, that computer man, when computer sport, I didn't can face it. So, Emily, what you say is real. It is real. All we need to do is drop this. Let us not look at the bad side of our friends. Try to look for the good side. You see?
That's true.
So,
and that's why most of the organizations in Europe, they failed because of these little things. Most of the organizations, all organizations had they had good objectives. They had good intentions, but then they couldn't go through because of these little things, you know.
Well, you know, if you're sick, you go to the doctor, you don't know your own problem, you don't know what happened to you. Maybe you're foreheading and tell the doctor, say my hair thing, you get the doctor raw information. But right now we know our problem. See, it's good to bring some of these things up. All Liberians are only complaining about the negativity among us. So now we know our problem. Let's drop our problem and let's look at our progress. Drop that 2 pieces right there, problem and progress. Drop the problems and let's forward with our progress.
Yep. And thanks, Emily, for calling.
It was very, very nice tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope they will bring out all the organizations and businesses in Europe because there are a lot going on.
Okay. Thank you. We'll bring you,
Yeah.
Emily. I know you got something running, so I'll get to you and we'll do some discussions. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So thanks again. It was great.
Okay. Thanks a lot, and
Thank you.
Happy New
Yeah.
Year. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy
Thank
New
you.
Year. Em.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Wow.
Okay, so folks, Paul, that's it. You see, at least we finish identifying our problem. No, it's good for me tonight. It's good that we all know what happened, what's wrong with us, and we know now. So we need to drop it. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
I think, Lynn, for 2024,
Mm.
it's a good year, and it started on a good note.
Mm-hmm.
So I think because we all been part of EFLA, we'll travel all over Europe for this one EFLA, and we'll work with friends here to push this, because we can sit down and say, oh, the people in America. No, Europe, it's a continent here with many here. We can do greater things than that. We have potential here, but we limit our potential. No, this time around we need to push forward. You see, so it's good that we're doing this.
You know, I think for the past 2 years, I gave some parable, and you guys say, "Oh, my maybe I parable." You see the elephant know his own weight, because he's strong. He can carry a weight, so he get feel like normal. The same thing with we Europeans. We get feel that, oh, you know, yeah, we're not nothing. We can no, we are elephant. We got weight, but the only time somebody will know the weight of the elephant is when the elephant steps on you. Then you know, oh, so let me heavy. But when elephant walking, you get your light. It's not light, it's very heavy. But he can carry his own weight. That's why you see it walking. But then
yeah, so this is why I was trying to tell friends, say, you know, Brandon, they represented us in Liberia. They call it Vision 2020, Honor Ellen, that Europe have to play a part. The dual citizenship, my signature is on it. We pay money to the host, they 8 hour money, said we're going to pass it, if you can remember.
Yeah.
Yes, we're all Europe. That dual citizenship are not going to pass.
No, because we are an integral part of it.
Yeah, so where you see it's an elephant, but we don't know that we have weight and we play it cool. But we need to show that we have weight. And this is what we need to do. You know, the embassy we're talking about, we can make that happen.
Of course.
By forcing the government to make it happen. The thing is just simple. The thing is a huge, huge revenue generation if they look at it. They're talking about, it's good that the incoming government talking about ecotourism. How do you bring people to Liberia? It's through the embassies.
My brother, let me tell you. I used to live in the city, Oslo, where everybody just turn around. Now, today Friday, right? I moved to my original place. It's outside of Oslo. It's 3 hours. It's way in the mountain. And right behind me here is one of the biggest ski resorts in the whole of Europe. My man, the people in the city, they're driving all that Tesla in the snow here, missing the road, jumping in the bush, just to kind of bush here. Because they can have fresh air, they can ski, they can go in the mountain, hiking. You see it? And you know how much money they resort. I used to work there way 2004. If you go there now, the whole city now, you know how much money they put making there? The people got small cabins from the city people who got mansions. So ecotourism, people, all these things, they are important. The white people here, they get money looking for place to dump it. If you get good embassy here, you can encourage people, say, no, go to my country, you get good sunshine, they winter here, all of them looking for place to go. But again, people not, our government, they do just say the thing that off. They're not looking. As we're talking, you and myself talking now, people rushing for appointment, they will go take one man who graduated from high school or from university, they political science. Now make a profession, politics, not profession. They'll go meet that man director, or they'll make him minister for health. He even know injection. Then they'll take one man and carry him to the port that ain't got no contact also with any shipping. I mean, with any port. They'll take one man and carry him to the technical areas. They'll just put them there simply because they want to put people strategically. so that they get contact. I agree. To manage managerial posts is not bad. Anybody can be manager, Paul can be manager. Okay. But what is Paul managing? Paul a computer man. You take Paul, you carry me to my plane in Maritime. Then you take me, carry me to manage computers on it. I even know the first component. Yeah. You see? So I'll be managing the people, but I will not be administering them. I will not manage them, I will not administer them. So you see, I think our government too will have to play a part. And the only way the government can play a part is most of the people in the government are ignorant. Let me put it blankly. They are ignorant of what they do. So if we continue on the trajectory, we will always go around in the same circle because the same people will always go there and they're not doing anything. So we need to put fire on the backs of our officials and let them know that these things, so things supposed to happen, and this is how it can happen.
Yeah.
After talking, the people were in money. After talking.
Yeah, I think based on that note, I think we had a great interaction with Francis, and this will
and
have
our viewers too.
Again. And going forward with all the activities in Europe, those that are following us for the first time should always come back, and we'll make this a European platform been around for a while now. And so as time passed by, as Francis said, the number will grow. It was more like political time, so people went away. But now we're starting all over 2024. It's a good year, and I think that the number will grow again.
Yeah,
so
yeah. Bird can't pray for long fellow. It should just live long.
That's exactly. That's it. I like some of your parables though. So anyway, let wrap it up, man. Let's wrap it up.
Yeah. I don't know. Okay, we can. I don't know, but let's go home with this song. But
to our audience, if those that are following for the first time, can you click on the like button whenever it comes on? You'll be notified, and we comes on every Tuesday and Friday at 8 o'clock UK time, which is 9 o'clock Central European time. Every Tuesday at some point, or we have ordinary session when we have guests. So be with us. This is your European platform. You are free to come anytime, make your contribution to this platform. So Linford, on that note,
yes,
it is what it is. It's winter time.
It is what it is, and we take our leave with you.
Yeah.
Like this. We're not going to play the music. I'm going to play no music. I can talk too much. So goodbye and have a nice day.
This is The Bottom Line Liberia. Join us on Facebook, YouTube and online radio. This is